ladies and gents. Today, you and I and Oliver, he's going to join us. We are going to practice writing our own subtraction stories, and I think maybe addition too. Yes. So let's go watch our visual learning video to get us started.
You can write a number story to help you solve a math problem. What is a number story? A number story is a word problem that tells a story about numbers. Write a number story for 68 minus 33. Then write an equation to match your story. Ask yourself, how can I show what numbers and symbols mean? Then think about what 68, 33, and the minus sign mean in this problem, and use those numbers and the minus sign to help you write your story. Subtraction stories can be about separating or about comparing. This story is about separating. Harry finds 68 acorns. He gives 33 of them to Joyce. How many acorns does Harry have left? Why is this a separating story?
Let's try it. It says select the parts of the equation to show what they mean in the problem. Let's start with 68.
68 is the number of acorns that Harry has.
Now let's look at the subtraction sign.
The minus sign means you will subtract to find the answer.
And what about 33?
33 is the number Harry separates for Joyce. The question mark stands for how many acorns Harry has left.
This is a separating story because Harry has 68 acorns, and then he separates 33 of them to give to Joyce. How many acorns does Harry have left? Subtract to answer the question in the problem. 68 minus 33 equals 35. So Harry has 35 acorns left. How can you check this answer to make sure that it is correct?
We could add them back up together, so we could take 35, our answer, and add it back to the 33 that we took away. And if we get 68, then we did our subtraction correctly.
One way to check this answer is to add 35 and 33 to make sure that the sum is 68.
The answer is correct.
Keep this example in mind when you write your own number stories.
Okay, we need to go do a couple practice problems in our workbook. Let's go grab those. Okay, we're going to start off on page 422 in our workbook. So make sure you have your workbook and you're on page 422 with your pencil. And we're going to do this guided practice problem together. It says complete the number story, then complete the equation to match the story. Draw a picture to help if needed. So the problem is 47 minus 18 equals some number. So the story is Blake collects 47 cans. That's the beginning. That's how they start with 47. He recycles 18 cans. And 18 cans is what is being subtracted. Okay? How many cans does Blake have now? So we're doing 47 minus 18. I'm going to stack up my numbers to solve this one. You can pause and solve it however you'd like, though. I'm going to do 7 minus 8. I can't do that, so I'm going to regroup. So instead of 4 tens, I'm going to have 3 tens, which means I'm going to add 10 ones to my 7 ones I already have. And 10 plus 7 is 17. So now that I have 17 ones, I can take away 8, which equals 9 ones. And then 3 tens minus 1 10 is just 2 tens. So my answer is 29. After Blake recycles 18 of his cans, he has 29 cans left. Let's go watch one more quick video before we do some more practice.
Do you like stories? Me too. Especially when they are number stories. For example, take this problem. 59 minus 24. This problem takes a little bit of work, but maybe I can make a story out of it to help me. What's a great number story I can write for this? Well, let's think about what 59, 24, and the minus sign mean in this problem. Ooh, I got one. Hector has 59 marbles. He gives 24 of them to his friend Jasmine. How many marbles does Hector have left? Great! Now let's subtract to find out. 59 minus 24 equals 35. So Hector has 35 marbles left. Given a problem, I was able to write a number story, show two friends sharing, and complete the equation to match the story. That wasn't so bad after all.
Okay, we need to turn the page so we can do a couple problems on the next page here. So we're going to do number 2 together. It says up here in this green box, which is very important for you to make sure you read, it says that we are going to write a number story to show the problem. Then we'll complete the equation to match our story. So we are going to be doing some writing, okay? So if I am going too quickly for you, make sure you pause me. Remember, I am a video. You may pause me whenever you need to, okay? Our equation is 22 minus 17. Well, let's see. What kind of story could we say? Oh, I know. I'm going to say Mrs. Brown bought 22 cupcakes for her students. Okay. 17 students each had a cupcake. So that means 17 of them ate a cupcake. How many cupcakes does Mrs. Brown have left? Okay, and that would be what we need to solve. So now I can do my work down here or off to the side, either way, and I can actually solve this problem. So if I have 22 minus 17, let's see, I need to regroup, don't I? Because I can't do 2 minus 7. So I'm going to cross off my 2 10s, make that 1 10, add those 10 ones to my ones, and that makes 12 ones. And then 12 minus 7 equals 5. And 110 minus 110, do I have any left? Nope. So my answer would be 5. That means I would have 5 cupcakes left. So guess what you're going to do, friends? You're going to do the exact same thing for number 3, but you're going to come up with your own new number story for the problem 84 minus 62, and then solve it so that way you have an answer that you can check with my own when you come back, okay? Go ahead and take your time. Okay, remember, our number stories are not going to be the same unless we're like reading each other's mind, which I'm pretty sure I'm not. Sorry, I don't think I have that skill. So here's the story that I'm going to come up with. And as long as you got the same answer as I did, you're totally fine if your number story is completely different. I'm going to say Josh has 84 pennies. He throws 62 pennies in a fountain. So he's getting rid of those pennies. He's subtracting them. How many pennies does Josh have left? Okay. And then I'm going to solve it down here at the bottom. So let's see. I have 84 minus 62. 4 minus 2. I don't have to regroup. I can do 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. And 8 tens minus 6 tens is 2 tens. So Josh has 22 pennies left after he throws 62 of them in that magic wishing fountain. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and turn the page and do a couple more problems. Okay, we're going to do number 6 together, and then you're going to do number 7. So let's see what it says. Toy car collection. The picture at the right shows a toy car collection. That's a pretty cool collection. Use the picture to write and solve number story problems. Okay, if we're going to use this picture first, I'm going to count up how many cars of each color there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 16 green cars, and there are 10, 20, 24 yellow cars. So for number 6, they want us to write an addition story with these toy cars. So I have the perfect addition story. I have the perfect addition number story in mind. And I think it's going to be pretty easy for us to do. I'm going to say Tom has 16 green cars and 24 yellow cars. And you guys know what I'm going to ask next if I'm doing addition? How many cars does Tom have in all? And remember, in all, that means we're adding, right? Which it's an addition number story, so that makes sense. So if I'm going to add 16 and 24, what would my answer be? Take a minute, I want you to solve it. Let's see, 16 plus 24. Well, I know if I do 16 plus 24 like this, and I stack them up, that's a weird addition sign. And I stack them up, 6 plus 4 is 10. So that's 0 ones. You guys don't forget, you have to put the zeros here, even if your ones equal 10 or 20 or 30. You have to put a 0 there. And then my 110 goes over here in the tens column. And 110 plus 110 plus 2 more would be 4 tens. So he has 40 toy cars in all. Okay. Now you are going to use the numbers 16 and 24, and you're going to write a subtraction comparison story. So think about what sort of number story you could write that compares the amount of green cars and yellow cars that Tom has. Okay, take your time and then come back to me when you're all done. You ready? That's a tricky problem because it's comparing. Here's what we have to do. We're going to take the bigger number and subtract the smaller number. So in a number story, it would sound something like this. Tom has 24 yellow cars and 16 green cars. You ready? How many more yellow cars does Tom have than green cars? That's why it is a comparison problem, because we're comparing the number of yellow cars with the number of green cars. And we do that with subtraction. So we would do the subtraction problem, 24 minus 16, because we need to find the difference if we're going to compare them to find how many more. 4 minus 6, I can't do that, so I'm going to regroup. Instead of 2 tens, I have 1, and instead of 4 ones, I have 14. And 14 minus 6 equals 8, and 110 minus 110 is 0. So Tom has 8 more yellow cars than green cars. Fantastic job. This is tricky, ladies and gents, but use your imagination and take your time. And this is just helping you better understand what it means when we use addition and subtraction and when we see certain words in an addition and subtraction word problem, because those word problems are never going to go away. Let's look at your homework for today. Okay, so you're going to go back into your workbook and you're going to go to page 423 and you're going to do problems 4, 5, and 8 in your workbook. They are the only problems left on those workbook pages. Then you're going to go do your quick check, and then after that, you're going to hop on MathFacts Pro and get some practice there. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow for a review day, because guess what? We are done with topic 7, which means on Thursday, we are going to take our test. So tomorrow on Wednesday, we're going to come back together and do some reviewing. And I will see you then, friends. Bye.